Howdy, yokes, and welcome back to Bacon and Eggs! I'm Tyler Carlin.
And I'm Ethan Edgehill.
And we've gone to Bricksburg!
Or just Will Ferrell's basement.
So make sure you've got your instructions.
And drink your overpriced coffee.
For the Lego Movie.
That was terrifying.
I've always wanted a dragon.
Well,
actually,
I
think that's supposed to be happening.
Yeah, it is definitely supposed to be happening, but maybe don't do the dragon voice for the remainder of the podcast or ever again.
Is it really scary?
It's not scary, it's just weird.
Is it just annoying?
Mostly.
Okay. Well, Ethan, I liked the Lego Movie. Did you know, when I first saw it, I was like, Emmet doesn't sound anything like Chris Pratt. And then I watched it again a few days ago, and I was like, Emmet is Chris Pratt.
Yeah, that's the thing, is ever since this movie came out specifically, Chris Pratt has just played Chris Pratt. There is no acting anymore.
I think that's been since he was on Parks and Rec.
No. Because in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, I bought the character.
You were like, that's Star-Lord.
Right. And in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I did not buy the character.
No? You weren't sold on Star-Lord-iord?
No. And I was less sold in Infinity War, and I was even less sold in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Do you know what they call the Norwegian Star-Lord?
No.
Starfjord.
Note to self, leave uncomfortable silence.
Oh, man. That's a good one. I think that might be the best joke I've told today.
It sounds like you're having a pretty low standards day then.
Low standards.
When did this movie come out, Tyler?
This movie came out on February 7th, 2014. Now, that's 1,606 days ago.
Okay, raise your hand if you remember this movie coming out in the winter. Anybody raising their hand? No. Okay, great.
Yeah.
This is a summer movie.
This is also not like an Oscar season movie.
This movie definitely came out in the summer. I'm disagreeing with Wikipedia here.
It's on Rotten Tomatoes as well. That's how the British say it.
There's just no way it was winter. That's wild.
Potato.
Anyway, I guess it came out in winter of 2014, which was 1,606 days ago.
I already said that. It had a $60 million budget, Ethan. That's not that much.
That's pretty little. But
that's like
there weren't any actual things in it.
What do you mean?
Like there were no sets.
There was a set.
Or lights.
There was at least some lights.
Well, not much. I don't know. That's some pretty small budget. Seeing as it has Will Ferrell in it and Morgan Freeman.
Vitruvius. But that was when Morgan Freeman was doing everything, because everybody was just like, have you ever heard Morgan Freeman's voice? He could narrate. He could narrate anything to me. I just want him to follow me around. He does a pretty great
performance in this movie. I do love Vitruvius.
Ooh.
I'm the ghost of Vitruvius. Did it make any money? Did people enjoy it? Tell me the things about it.
Well, Ethan, turns out this movie was a 90-minute ad for Legos, and without selling any Legos, it made $469 million. That's just ticket sales worldwide, which is less than I would have thought, but still a lot of money. But people liked it. It was 96% a critic rating on Audience Tomato. God.
We're really knocking it out of the park tonight.
It was a 96% critic rating on Rotten Tomatoes, 87% audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes, 83 on Metacritic, which is a superb score.
Tell me again about Audience Tomatoes.
Audience Tomatoes. You don't know about Audience Tomatoes? Let me tell you about Audience Tomatoes. This is actually Critic Tomatoes. Anthony Lane of the New Yorker. I've got a positive review here. Anytime there's a New Yorker review that's positive, I like to read it because I like to think I've played their game, right? Like, I found a movie the New Yorker likes, and that makes me mad. It's like I'm succumbing to what they want, you know? Like, I'm letting them win.
For those of you that haven't listened to some of our other episodes, Richard Brody from the New Yorker hates everything.
And he's the chief editor there.
Yeah.
And Anthony Lane writes very similar to him, but has a much
Lots of good things to say about movies.
Lots of nicer things to say. But the voice is very similar. It's a weird thing. But Anthony Lane of the New Yorker on March 3rd, 2014 says, as a rule, movies about toys need to be approached with extreme caution. Some of them have been bad enough to count as health hazards. This one is the exception. I like that he says this one is the exception, because that's like such a New Yorker thing to do, is to be like, I don't know if you knew this movie was great, but you know what sucked? Toy Story.
I mean, I don't know if he's directly coming at Toy Story.
He said this is the one exception. Trolls wasn't even out yet. Trolls, by the way, was a certified bop. And I'm going to come out here on a limb and say it. Justin Timberlake version of September is the best version of September. I said it. You can't fight me on that. Don't at me. Shout out at America Carlin on Twitter. That's America RLIN. Ethan's just smiling and staring at his
All right, anyway. Now that is over with. Dear ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to Bacon and Eggs with Ethan and no one else. We will really be enjoying tonight talking about the Lego Movie, and if you would like to be my new co-host for this show, please submit your applications to baconandeggs.media. I would love to hear from any and all interested participants and people who would like to come on the show in replacement of Tyler, who is about to be dead.
Why do you say that?
Oh, 'cause you're
What
wrong.
did I say that so offended you?
Oh, because Justin Timberlake's version of September, while okay at best, is definitely not better than any version put out by Earth, Wind & Fire ever, and Trolls sucked.
Trolls was a certified bop,
No,
and
it
Earth,
wasn't.
Wind & Fire
No,
was
it
on
wasn't.
that recording.
You are not 5.
I know, but Earth, Wind & Fire was on that recording. It was a collab. It was a collab,
Look,
Ethan.
I get it.
What do you know
I
about
get it.
collabs?
Okay.
Has your band ever done a collab?
I know
I don't think so.
that we are starting to talk about the Lego movie right now, okay? We're starting to talk about the Lego movie, which is indeed an animated movie. Some would call it a cartoon.
I wouldn't call it a cartoon.
I just said some would. I didn't say you would. I said some would. Almost certainly people would do that.
Gonna have to
Y'all
ask
know,
Twitter now.
Y'all know me. Animated movies are sometimes tough for me. I really thoroughly enjoy this movie, and I'm on the team of you don't have to be a child to enjoy an animated movie, okay? I defend Pixar and Disney. They make great movies. Some other studios make great movies. You do actually have to be a child to enjoy Trolls. Like, you have
Trolls
to
is great,
physically
man.
be 5 years old.
Nah, Trolls was rad. Did you watch it?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Link has a Twitter account. Follow. Anyway, Trolls was great. I love watching
it was so average.
My niece is going to be here tonight. She loves Trolls. She doesn't like the Bergens because they're kind of scary. And they are. That's the problem with a lot of these non-Disney Pixar movies is that they'll include something that's legitimately scary in
I mean,
this
like
kids'
Ants?
movie.
Like the movie Ants?
The
Like
ants
the entire
themselves were
movie
scary.
Ants? The Ants was terrifying, and
but
so
A
was
Bug's
the
Life had the
overwhelming
cockroaches.
imagery of communism.
Yeah.
That movie
yeah,
was
I'm with you there.
horrifying.
Do you remember when the internet did a B movie?
What?
You remember when the internet did B movie? Like that was the internet's thing.
That was
for
the
a couple
joke,
weeks?
yeah. Yeah, like,
I was happy that happened.
it was a good time. Lots of videos that were like the B movie, but every time they say B, it gets faster. And the B movie, but every time they say B, it's replaced by Patrick Warburton yelling B.
I love Patrick.
The B movie, but the B's are thick. Anyway, I have a negative review for this movie, which was surprisingly hard to find. I read through a few of them on Rotten Tomatoes, and nobody had anything actually bad to say about it until I got to the 6th one. The first 5 were just like, yeah, I mean, it's silly. I guess that's the worst thing I can say about it. 3 out of 5. But this guy, Bill Chambers from Film Freak Central, the world's most trustworthy news source, and he says, a 100-minute advertisement you just paid to watch. Now that's ingenuity.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. It is an advertisement for Lego.
Yeah, and its themes are very, like self-contradictory.
I don't think so.
It's about like big business being evil and all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if I would call Lego big business.
I mean, they have their own like parks.
I mean, yeah, but they're historically like not an evil corp.
How many Legolands are there? That's what I want to know.
There's a bunch. But it's like when they originally came with packaging and notes in the packaging, it's like, parents, let all of your kids play with this. If your boys want to build dollhouses and your girls want to build race cars, let them do it.
Well, duh. Who would be not cool with that? I never understood that.
The parents of the 70s.
Man, parents of the 70s are the worst.
Yeah, boys had to have G.I. Joes and girls had to have Barbies.
That's fine. Whatever. I'm not here to tell you how to parent your kids.
No, but Lego is. This is just great podcasting. We're really killing it tonight.
We are killing it tonight, Ethan. I'm actually pretty proud of us. I want to jump into the movie. I want to talk about binary review real quick.
Okay.
This is a 1. This is a 1.
Yeah, obviously.
Every day of the week. I think it is very accessible to children, which I think is part of the point.
Yeah.
Movie about toys. I love that it pokes fun at the like little girls' toys.
Oh, at the end?
Like the Mega Blocks
Yeah.
or whatever.
The Duplos.
The Duplos. Are those a Lego brand or was Lego
Yeah, that's the Lego brand.
Okay.
It's like the Legos for like kids.
For like chitlins.
Like young kids that would eat
Little-
the Legos otherwise.
We have come to destroy.
I feel like I should say something before we kind of dive too far into this movie, because I know I've already said it a couple times. Yes, I know that technically the plural of Lego is also Lego.
Is it really?
You've never heard that?
No.
You've never seen the internet get upset about that?
No.
Oh, that's like a thing.
Well, I'm Googling it. I don't believe you.
It's like you're not supposed to say Legos. It's incorrect. I'm gonna say Legos. Sorry. You can't see me, but I'm shrugging at you, like shrug emoji.
Lego tweeted it.
I can't believe you've never heard of this.
I'm so surprised.
With as much as you used to use Imgur, I'm surprised you never saw that.
Here's the thing about the Reddit and Imgur community is they are toxic communities because everybody thinks it's so open-minded, but it's all so like-minded.
Well, anyway, I'm just getting this out of the way before you get too deep into that rabbit hole.
Anyway, I loved the movie.
I'm saying this ahead of time. I know that it's supposed to be Lego and not Legos, but I'm gonna say Legos. Please forgive me. There's certain of our listeners already I can see writing a tweet being like, "Hey, it's pronounced Lego. not Legos. And I'm like, I know. I'm
I'm
aware.
pretty sure it's pronounced Legos.
I mean, Legos is pronounced Legos, but Legos is apparently not a word.
Escat.
Go away.
I saw people tweeting that. Is that what the kids say now?
That's what the kid said like 6 months ago.
What?
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, you're late on that one. It's all about Yeet now.
I heard Yeet was making a renaissance.
Yeah, Yeet's big right now. I got a fire tweet going on right now that just said Control Alt Yeet.
I saw that. Was that an original tweet? Because oftentimes I'll get the notification that you retweeted something.
That was an
very
original tweet.
clever. Okay, let me head over to the... No, I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to think about retweeting it.
You can do that later. I'll remind you. Shout out to @WowNow on Twitter.
The O's are zeros?
The O's are zeros. All right, I'm looking up the Wikipedia for this movie.
Did you like... No, I want your binary review.
I agree with you on the one.
Okay, I want to talk about the elephant in the room. And I'm not talking about Bing Bong.
Okay.
R.I.P. I want to talk about people often complain, at least in the theory community that we ended up in, that it doesn't work. That everything works except that Emmet can move, like can actually move in the real world.
So?
That's my thing, is that it's about a kid playing with toys.
Right.
So the toys can do whatever they want. Because when you're playing with Legos, you can only hold like 2 at a time.
Right.
Okay? There's a lot of Legos that you have to just pretend to be moving.
Yeah. Also, he's the special.
But the special was a lie, Ethan.
No, but he actually is the special. That's the whole thing. Ooh. Is it like, yeah, the whole prophecy was a lie and everything, but he's special because of who he is, and he has the ability to like make people, I don't know, think. I don't know really what is the point of this movie? Are you supposed to be conformist or not?
You're not, no.
Okay.
You're supposed to build what you want out of Legos. And if what you want to build out of Legos is what's in the instructions, that's fine.
Okay, I was
you need
thinking
to
I made
know
that correct. Or figured it out
instruction
correctly.
follower that you don't have to follow the instructions.
Right.
I just farted.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about the plot for this movie then, because it is extremely complex because everything happens incredibly fast.
Everything does happen quick, and it's a short movie. I want to talk about that real quick. 90 minutes is a gift from God. 90 minutes of cinema. God, every movie should be 90 minutes. We just need to learn concise storytelling. Do you know how much more you can get done in a day where you can watch a movie for 90 minutes instead of 120 minutes?
This was
140
this
minutes.
was 100 minutes, by the way.
Whatever. But it's like 10 minutes of credits or whatever.
Yeah.
Less than 120 minutes is
I definitely disagree that every movie should be 90 minutes.
You'd be so used to it though. You go into the theater and you get exactly the right amount of popcorn, exactly the right amount of soda, and you'd be set every time. Or do you think the movie affects how quickly or slowly you eat the popcorn?
I have no idea. I don't get popcorn.
I know. There's some theoretical popcorning going on in my head right now.
I have no idea.
Oh my
I tend
God.
to eat my snack very rapidly.
I know. Usually by the time the credits are over, I'm either full of my snack or it's gone.
Yeah, or I have like
Not the
4 or
credits, the
5 of
previews.
whatever the granule of whatever I have left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, dang. So I'll sit down, pop my snack open, and then like 25 minutes of previews pass. I have to
Now-
watch that Mission Impossible trailer again.
Can't fight the big Joe.
Let me tell you, when I go to see 3 movies in 4 days, and the first movie, all I got to see of it was the credits or the previews, I really don't ever want to see that Mission Impossible trailer ever again.
I want to see the Mission Impossible movie. I'm ready. My
Why?
body's ready. I'm ready, man. That's all there is to it. That's what
God,
you need to
just
know.
watch a good movie.
Man, listen, here's the thing. I will do whatever I want with my free time, and you will not shame me for that.
I will shame you for watching Mission Impossible, dude.
Welcome back to the Bacon and Eggs podcast. This is Tyler Carlin, and I am searching for a new host.
You, the movie critic over here, can do better.
I can't. That's the problem.
You can.
I mean, I can. Like, there's an avant-garde theater around the corner. I could go see Won't You Be My Neighbor, but I'm not gonna because I have no idea why not. Why not? That
The
sounds
movie
like
with
a good way to
the
spend my
most on-screen deaths of any movie ever.
time.
Somebody edited that graphic. It was the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
What is the one that holds the?
Return of the King. Whatever that graphic said. I don't remember what the exact statistic was, but it was Return of the King, and it was overlaid by Won't You Be My Neighbor with like 800 on-screen kills.
Guardians of the Galaxy has the most on-screen deaths.
Again, that was not what it said on the graphic. I saw
I know,
you
I'm just-
infuriatingly looking it up and not trusting me.
I did
but
trust you. Then I was curious if there was another.
Guardians of the Galaxy is a lie because pretty much it gets that ranking, and I looked this up because James Gunn was just like, yeah, there was like 80 million,
There's 80,000 Nova Corps pilots.
80,000 Nova Corps pilots died. So I guess.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway, okay, I'll post the graphic or link to the graphic that I found in the show notes because it was hilarious, and it's just a bunch of murder movies, like action movies, and then at the top sits Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Like 845 confirmed on-screen kills.
Return of the King is the one that holds it.
Yeah.
524 Urkai and orcs die. 147 humans, 2 hobbits, 2 trolls, 123 Rohirrim, 32 Southrons.
Wait, what
and
hobbits
6
die?
Nazgûl. I don't know.
I'm confused. None of them die.
I mean, Gollum and Smeagol die. They were hobbits at one point, right?
No, they were much like hobbits at one point.
Somebody
Also,
was reading them.
they're
Reading recently.
they're one person. And no, I watched the movies recently.
Who dies? I don't know. When does Bilbo die? Old Bilby.
The first one, I think. That's what I'm led to believe. Maybe one of them's Bilbo. I don't know. I have no idea. I just watched this movie too.
I haven't seen the Lord of the Rings movies in, I gotta say, 100 years. Lego movie though, Vitruvius.
All of this is true because it rhymes.
The writing in it is so clever.
This, so I read, or I tried to find the screenplay today just to see what it was like, and I can't find a copy of the actual one used for the movie, and I'm not sure one exists, just because of how many rewrites were going on, because the, mid-2013 copy that I read was completely different.
Really?
Yeah, completely different.
That's weird.
It was called the Lego Movie, Piece of Resistance.
I'm looking at Lego, The Piece of Resistance. Chris Miller, or Miller and Lord?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm looking at this right now.
Yeah, that was the latest one I could find. Obviously, I could find a transcript, but I'm talking like an actual screenplay.
Yeah, I'm looking at the one I think you were looking at.
Yeah.
It's 111 pages long. Is that a lot?
Yeah, no, that's the one. I meant I could find a transcript of the actual what happened in the movie. Like, those have been written.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's completely different.
What are you going to talk about?
Emmet
You
has a
wanna talk about the
mom
characters?
in that version. Like, he lives with his mom. Oh, well, yeah, let's talk about the characters. Are we supposed to think anything about Emmet? Isn't that the point? Is that he's just everyman?
Yeah, that he is, completely lacks creativity. But he goes so far about lacking creativity, and they make a good point of showing this, that the other builders are, friends, and they have interests. They don't just like croissants. They love croissants. And they like to go hang out after work and eat croissants.
Right. And Emmet just listens to the instructions and doesn't do anything.
Emmet just exists.
Yeah.
So, he's not just another builder. He's the most basic builder with a basic face. And
one thing, when the the barista or whatever mimics Emmett's face and just turns into a completely blank face. He just goes boop. One thing I did like about the weird script that I read earlier is they called them instruction workers instead of construction workers.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So I think it had a much more, I didn't get through but 3 pages of it. I think it had a much different message.
Huh.
But yeah,
that's interesting though.
You are just supposed to, I guess, think that Emmet he's he's aggressively normal.
Yeah. He's like, I want to watch the TV show that everyone watches. I want to, read the instructions that are given out. I'm excited about Taco Tuesday.
Right.
He buys all the propaganda.
Drink your overpriced coffee, listen to pop music, never.
I love this song.
Never. Yeah, everyone does. Everything is awesome.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team. I don't know what the last line is.
I'm not really sure.
I should know. It plays forever. It's just over and over again.
All right, so we've got Emmet. He's just a regular guy. He's from Bricksburg. He lives the normal everyday life. He parallel parks his car. He drives to work. He watches Where Are My Pants? Honey, where are my pants?
What is that supposed to be playing on? Is that Big Brother? Is that the joke?
What? No, it's just a sitcom.
Sitcom.
Yeah.
Honey? Or is it a play on the Where's My Super Suit thing?
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so?
No. I think he's just a guy that doesn't. I think you're supposed to not read this much into Where Are My Pants.
There's got to be something to it.
I don't think there does. I think that's the whole point.
No, it's got to be the same.
Okay, I mean, that's fine. Who else we got? Wyldstyle. What a name.
Wyldstyle.
And she goes
Does she keep changing her name?
Right, she goes through this whole list, or Morgan Freeman goes through this whole list of Vitruvius from when she was his student. It's like, didn't you used to call yourself Darkstorm and a bunch of other stuff?
Yeah, a bunch of other stupid names.
Yeah. She goes by Wyldstyle. Her name's Lucy, and she dates Batman. They're all master builders. Everybody else in the movie is a master builder.
I love Vitruvius's staff. It's like a chewed off lollipop.
Yeah, it's a lollipop with that's
Or
been
like a
vaguely
dum-dum.
sucked. Yeah. Oh, they did that on purpose. Apparently those do fit in the actual Lego hands.
Do they
yeah,
really?
like dum-dum sticks generally fit
Yeah.
in Lego hands. Let's talk about the characters. Let's keep talking about the characters. Well, I love Elizabeth Banks. Pretty much everything she does.
Everything she does?
Pretty much.
Big Pitch Perfect fan?
No, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen a single one.
She's in all of them, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. All the movies I've seen her in, she's been pretty good. She was cool in, she was in Scrubs, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she was in Scrubs. She was in Modern Family. She was in Moonbeam City. She was in The Hunger Games.
She was.
She was in Wet Hot American Summer.
She was. She was in all those things.
She was in Movie 43. Oh, that's sad.
I did not see that movie.
It was not good. It was not good, Ethan. It was bad.
I believe it. Yeah, Elizabeth Banks is cool. Who is she in Spider-Man?
Which Spider-Man?
Like the Spider-Man movies, the first ones.
Spider-Man 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
Does it not say right there?
It just says she's known for her roles in...
Betty Brant. She was the, Betty Brant was Spider-Man's first love interest in the comics. She was the assistant in Jameson's office.
I don't think I would have ever known that. I do not remember her being in those movies.
And now that I say it, though, I can picture her.
I can't.
I'll send you a pic. Oh, yeah. She almost kisses Toby in Spider-Man 3.
She's in a lot of Tobey Maguire movies. She was also in Seabiscuit.
Beasiscuit?
Uh-huh.
Triple Crown.
She was in Catch Me If You Can. I remember that. Wild.
remember that.
Wild.
Anyway, Wyldstyle. She's this really interesting character. She does all the stuff. She's like the hero.
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
Like,
she's the special.
Yeah. She is the real special. She was in the right place at the right time.
Right. Even Vitruvius is like, oh, Wyldstyle, I'm so glad that you got the piece.
You're the special.
And she gives him the whole speech. He gives her the whole speech, and she's like, actually, it's not me. It's this guy right here wearing the poncho.
Yeah. Wearing the poncho. Their freaking outfits. They ride the horses. It's like cluck, 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 cluck.
Yeah, the horses that are voiced by man noises, and the ship that has a motor that's voiced by man noises.
Everything is, it's like, I played so much with Legos growing up, so much.
Yeah, same.
And it is just exactly like what playing with Legos is.
100%. And that's the animation in this movie is super cool.
Like everything can happen.
It's made to look stop motion, but it's not actual stop motion. It's like, it's all animated. There's a couple real pieces, but like nothing major. It's all animated. But it just looks so real.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it's animated out of Legos. Like everything is real Lego bricks except President Business's hair.
His hair, can you still not buy it?
No, maybe then, or maybe you can now. I'm sure you can, but you couldn't when the movie was made.
You know what I was just thinking about?
What?
We're never on topic on this podcast. Do you remember when we went to the District of Columbia and people made us custom Lego figures?
Yeah.
And they made you a cop?
Yeah. You still have those?
Yes, I do. Okay, so let's talk Lego movie. Let's talk about the movie that defined a generation.
Did it?
No,
So
I don't think it did. But
this rotating cast of master builders, who are your favorites?
here was my thing about it. I know that people love Lego Batman. Like, people will say Lego Batman is the greatest Batman ever.
Morgan Freeman said that.
People believe it. And Will Arnett, people are like, I love Will Arnett. Will Arnett's so amazing. And like, yeah, you're right. I'm not sold on Lego Batman.
I mean, I'm not saying he's the best Batman ever, but I do love Will Arnett, and I love him as this iteration of Batman.
I did think watching it this time, he was funnier than other times that I've watched.
He was definitely funny, and the like songs he makes. Darkness, no parents. I only work in black and occasionally very dark gray.
And then
He's just like super emo, but he's like emo in his 40s.
It's making fun of the Nolan Batman.
Yeah. But I mean, I love everybody the actor. Like Nick Offerman as the pirate is my favorite thing. Not my
Is that
favorite
Nick
thing.
Offerman?
Yeah, like Ron Swanson, Metalbeard.
No, I know who Nick Offerman
Yeah.
is. I just didn't know that.
Yeah, that's Metalbeard, and his ship that goes.
I think my favorite character is Bad Cop.
Liam Neeson,
Yeah, I think that's his best
like
role.
bad cop, good cop, and pa cop. He is great. I mean, Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill and that weird relation they have together as as Superman and the Green Lantern.
Oh yeah, where Green Lantern's like, "Hey, Superman, let's go together. I saved you a seat."
Yeah.
Superman's like, "Oh man, like no."
No, let me not do that. And it's like, yeah, like Dave Franco plays like 7 different characters just popping in and out of nowhere. It's very
Oh
well
my
voice
God.
acted from everybody, especially Billy D. Williams.
He just shows up and it says like one line as Lando, right?
Yeah.
Like some real
Lando
like,
thing.
skeevy
Yeah.
line, yeah. Like, oh, nice capes or something like that.
Yeah, he made the Capes comment. And then Anthony Daniels as well was in there, but they did not get Harrison Ford. Ford.
They did not get Harrison Ford, and they didn't get Alden Ehrenreich.
Well, he was not Han Solo when this movie came out. He was nobody when this movie came out.
He was nobody.
I don't think Hail Caesar had even come out yet.
Ooh, I forgot about Hail Caesar. Man, I always forget about Hail Caesar.
How can you ever forget? I haven't gone a single day without thinking about Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar came out in 2016. Hail Caesar is so good. But that's
Actually,
not
he's primarily only been in movies before Hail Caesar, actually. He's only been in 3 movies afterward.
Well,
Granted,
he had
it
to
was
do that
2
whole
years ago.
solo
So.
thing. Yeah, he was in that episode of CSI back in 2006.
Oh, yeah, totally. He was in
And
Switcheroo.
He was in an episode of Supernatural.
Oh, good.
As Ben Collins.
Looks like he played Warren
Sam
Beatty
and
in
Dean.
a movie.
Huh?
So he played Warren Beatty in a movie.
Who's Warren Beatty?
He's an actor from like the 50s.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then he was Han Solo.
Well, here we are, going down another rabbit hole. Lego movie. I really did love the voice acting. I thought the voice acting was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, the voice acting and the way that they animated it and combined the scenes, it just makes a really pleasant experience. Like, it's just fun to watch.
To me, it could have easily been like the Lego video games where they're all sort of bendy and they, do whatever they need to be able to do to work.
Right.
And it almost would have been fine. Like, I would have been like, okay, well, it's just not that big of a deal. But what they did, and this is some high praise, is they made it look like what I was imagining in my head when I was playing with Legos as a child.
100%.
Like, it was like going to Legoland and seeing the dragon in the water move. And that was the only thing, that was the thing only your brain could do.
I've never been to Legoland.
You never been to Legoland?
No.
Why?
I've never been able to.
You never been to like a big mall that's got like a small Legoland exhibit in it?
Yeah, I mean, I have. But I've never been to like Legoland.
Like Legoland.
It's like on my bucket list of things to do.
Isn't it in Orlando?
Yeah.
That's got to be tough, running an amusement park in Orlando. It's not Universal or Disney.
They do all right, it seems like.
Yeah, but did you see that 7-hour line at that amusement park in Orlando the other day?
Yeah, at Disney World?
Let me tell you what I would do if somebody was like, hey, I know you got tickets to this one park, but the only ride in the whole park is a 7.5-hour wait. I'll be like, you know where we're going? Legoland.
Anywhere else? Any other Disney
Anywhere
park?
else.
Some other part of that same Disney park?
I'm just not doing rides today.
Right. Okay, so the Lego movie. I do want to go to Legoland at some point. If y'all want to make a meetup for Bacon and Eggs in Legoland, I'm not going to be all that upset.
How much does Legoland cost? What are the tickets?
Probably about the same as any other Orlando park, which is way too expensive.
Save up to 25% when you purchase in advance. Ethan, we're going to learn what prices are.
We're going to learn today.
We're going to learn. So this is what the package includes.
One day
You want
plus
my
water
package?
park is $97, and nope, that's child senior.
So I got 2 adults checking in August 8th, leaving August 9th. Search. 0 packages available. 1 package available from $568. Good God. Oh, but the second day of tickets are free. Get the front door out of town. Oh, this is at the Florida Hotel. Do you have to stay at the Lego Hotel? The Lego Hotel?
I don't know.
Is it made entirely of Legos? How long has this place been open?
Looks like the season pass is only $140, but 1 ticket is $100.
That sounds about like the park near your house.
Yeah, it does.
Because we had the season pass, and that was $120 a year, but you only paid $10 a month. It was awesome.
It looks like you can probably do that with Legoland.
We're going to check in 2019, because that's probably going to be cheaper. June 2nd, 2019. That's a Monday. Probably not that busy that day. 0 packages available that day. Doesn't look like that's an option. So.
We can figure this out later. There are easier ways to do this. Anyway,
you might be
looks
right.
like it's about $100 to get into Legoland, which is a deal for Orlando, honestly.
I know, isn't Disney like $200-something?
It's a lot. I know that Universal is that much because you have to go to both parks to go to Harry Potter World.
Which is the only worthwhile part of those
dumb
parks.
as
Let me tell you the real thing about that is, like, I don't care about Men in Black, the ride, or Simpsons Land. Also, none of those things are as well put together as Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But Lego movie.
What are some other Universal properties that you could put, though? I mean, I guess Harry Potter's not even a Universal property, but it's Warner Brothers.
It's Warner Brothers, yeah.
But, what are you going to do, Jurassic Park? Disney,
Yeah.
already had that, somehow.
Jurassic Park would be sweet.
Yeah, just get live dinosaurs and make them kill everybody.
No, just get the animatronics from the movies.
The movies.
Movies, man.
The-
I'm there to see the movies. You could get Ready Player One land. You could get.
We do not have that technology yet. Fun fact.
We're getting there. You could have like the Capitol, I think. You could have I just had one. Tip of the tongue, teeth in the lips, Ethan. You could have School of Rock World.
Is that a Universal movie?
I don't know, but I love
You could have
School
Scott
of Rock.
Pilgrim.
Isn't Scott Pilgrim. You could have
Scott Pilgrim versus
you
the
could have-
World. What I love about Harry Potter World is that literally no one calls it the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
It's Harry Potter.
It's Harry Potter World, but it's not.
I don't even know what it's Diagon Alley. I've been there.
Hogsmeade.
And what's the other one? And Hogsmeade?
Yeah.
Oh, Diagon Alley's way cooler.
Yeah, you take the train.
If you're gonna go and you're like, I don't know if I want to spend money for 2 parks, go to the Diagon Alley one.
Yeah, you go to Ollivanders.
Get you a wand. Ethan, you deserve a wand. This is a public service announcement. Ethan deserves a wand. So if anybody out there is thinking, I'd love to support the Bacon and Eggs podcast, but first go to patreon.com/bacon and eggs. Because if you can afford a wand, you can afford like 8 months of that.
Join our Discord. We'd love to have you. But you can, if you want to send me a wand, anybody in the whole world, you can send it to our P.O. Box, which is new and listed in the link below.
Yes, because currently we don't have it, but we will by the time this goes
Yes,
live.
I'm holding you to that.
Okay, I'll do that manana.
Manana.
As I like to say.
Manana. All right, now let's stop talking about Harry Potter World and Legoland and get back to the freaking Lego movie.
We have a really hard time talking about
Okay, so why are we talking about the Lego movie today? Right? Okay, let me run you through the story of how we ended up on the Lego movie. We were looking for stuff to talk about, right? And somebody in our Discord server actually brought up the Lego movie. And I was like, oh man, I love the Lego movie. And like 17 people got at me and were like, why haven't you talked about the Lego movie yet?
If you love it, you would talk about it, Ethan.
So I was like,
if you loved it, you would have already done an episode on it, Ethan.
I was like, do you guys want us to talk about the Lego movie? And it was like overwhelming success.
Yeah, people are all about some Legamo.
So here we are. We're talking about the Lego movie. We're talking about its themes, which are fit in but don't.
Fit in,
whatever
you want. Do whatever makes you happy, as long as it doesn't corrupt society.
Right, and you gotta know that you can do the other thing as well. Like if you want to follow the instructions, you can. If you want to build a spaceship that's going to fall apart because you didn't listen to the instructions, you also can.
C'est la vie.
Also, yeah, just nobody sits in the bottom or the top middle of the double-decker couch. Like, it's not that hard.
Would you want a double-decker couch? I feel like I think about this every time, and I'm like, the legs would be the only problem.
Yeah, if it was high enough up so that I didn't have to stare through the legs.
Yeah, because if you're a Lego person, then you definitely don't, because the legs don't have knees.
Right. Well, yeah, and the legs bend all the way over when you sit down, to the point where there's stumps in front of you.
Right. They don't have knees.
Right. Or, like, proper length legs.
Right.
They also sit weird, where they bend their whole butts up underneath. Like Lego people sit with their waist, not their legs. So yeah, you wouldn't have to, if you're a Lego person, you wouldn't have to worry about the legs, obviously. That is my only detractor for the double-decker couch. And yeah, the point they make is, why would anybody want to sit in the top middle? And like, you just call it a 5-seater, man. Just deal with it.
I don't see. Here's my solution for the double-decker couch, because I was just looking at couches, as you may know, because we're about to buy a couch for Bacon and Egg. Maybe not right away, but it's on the sketch. Okay, it's not the horizon. It's closer than that. But I was looking at couches. Why don't you just make the double-decker couch, but then in the middle seat on the top, you put cup holders?
Yeah.
Because the people on the top can't reach the coffee table.
It would just be a 5-seater. Like,
yeah, because the people on the top can't reach the coffee table.
Yeah, you definitely couldn't have somebody in the middle, the top middle. Like, that would be super weird.
Would it?
Yeah.
You're bed on a bunk bed, you just jump off. You don't have to. Like,
yeah, but how do you get
remember my college roommate? You just, like, have you ever like gotten into a minivan?
What?
You just, like, the person in the middle just goes first.
Okay, but like that means that the whole other person has to climb down.
No, you just jump off.
Right, and then when you want to get back up, the other guy has to jump off and then climb back up.
No, then they rotate at that point.
So then you become the middle.
Yeah. So like, say you're top left, right? And top middle is like, I gotta go.
But see, I feel like then you're drawing straws for who gets the top.
No, there ain't nothing but a chicken wing sitting on the top. It's just part of having a double decker couch. It's part of the fun, not part of the not fun.
I don't know. I don't think anybody's gonna want the top middle. Also, the problem you run into with the double-decker couch is rooms.
What do you mean?
Because it's hard to sit on a bunk bed without slamming your head into the ceiling.
Well, yeah, but you got to think of a room that you could put a pretty big Christmas tree in.
That's what I'm saying. You got to have the right room for a double-decker couch. Like a normal 9-foot ceiling, it probably isn't going to do it.
Here's the thing, Ethan. I don't think the double-decker couch is for everybody. I think it's for people with tall ceilings.
I'm not saying it's for everybody. I'm just saying you got to be conscious of the room. You should know somebody's going to go to IKEA, buy a double-decker couch, and be like, this don't fit.
This don't fit. Ain't nobody want to sit on the top. Ain't no cup holders.
No cup holders up here. I don't know what y'all think you're doing. Stacking 2 couches on top of your bed, put them over there by a bean. Ain't got no cup holders in the couch. What in the is this thing?
What are your thoughts on cup holders in general, Ethan? Would you pay extra for a couch with cup holders?
Let me tell you a story about cup holders.
You only have like one in your car.
Once upon a time, I bought a 1986 Toyota Celica. It was a great car.
Yeah, you did.
Fun to drive. I enjoyed it. It was a stick. It was fun. I paid not a lot of money for it. Built back in the 80s in Japan. Apparently, the Japanese determined somewhere along the line that they didn't want to drink anything.
I think
because
I
that
think
car,
at that point, nobody had decided they were going to
that
drink
car,
something in the car.
no, because older cars than that have cup holders. That car had no cup holders.
Okay.
None. 0 cup holders.
I remember. I held many a beverage in that.
The problem with the car I have right now, which is not something I anticipated being an issue, is that 2 of the cup holders, the central cup holders, are underneath the armrest.
That sounds challenging.
It is.
Ethan, I want to tell you.
You can
the story
file it
about
under
cup
things that I
holders.
didn't think were going to bother me when I bought that car.
Here's the thing about cup holders. My Mustang is the same problem. It's only got 2 cup holders in the whole vehicle, but it doesn't have a roof. So that's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
When I had, do you remember when I had the Honda Fit?
Oh, that thing had like cup holders all over the place. You could fit.
was made of cup
you could
holders.
fit, and you did fit a lot of cups in that car. I remember watching you go through a drive-through, seeing that the 2 middle cup holders were full, seeing that the cup holder to your left was full, taking the cup out of the cup holder to your left, putting it in the back door, and putting your drink in it.
The thing about that car is it had 5 seats and 10 cup holders.
Yeah, it had a lot of cup holders.
10 cup holders. You had cups for days, man. You had cups for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you put a lot of cups in that car.
And like 5 people couldn't really sit in that car. So
You
everybody
could.
effectively.
We've done it.
Yeah, but everybody effectively got 2.5 cup holders.
Yeah, your engine would stop working at 4 people.
Yeah, you hit a hill and it was like, nope.
Yeah, not happening.
That thing with 4 people in it, that thing went 0 to 60 downhill on a windy day.
Yeah, eventually.
You know,
0 to 60 just says maybe.
maybe.
You're really pushing
got a
it there,
good
bruv.
Good straight to hill and neutral.
Yeah. Oh man, I did like that car. That was a fun car.
That wasn't fun. I've actually thought about, if my car dies, just going out and getting another one of those. But the new one, the thing I loved about that car, and this is all about the double-decker couch, by the way, so it's on topic. John Negroni getting mad at me for getting off topic every 10 minutes.
Elder Negroni.
Is he Mormon?
I don't think so. It's in California.
Oh, well, anyway. The problem is that the new one, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't have the driver's cup holder, and that's the cup holder to the left of the steering wheel.
Oh, the one that was built into the dashboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the greatest cup holder of all time.
Minivan cup holder?
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
Didn't you also have one in the door?
Yeah, there was one in the door as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. But that one was none of them were angled, so you could like put like a cup with lid, like a loose fitting lid anywhere.
Yeah, the ones in the doors in my Mazda are both angled. They're great for
Same
bottles.
with the Mustang. Yeah. Anyway, cup holders as we know them today came into effect in 1983. So your 1986 Toyota, like it's not unheard of that it wouldn't have
I
had them,
swear to
'cause it
God,
was
there
in
were older cars than that with cup holders.
There were older cars, but the way we know it was 1983.
Okay.
If that makes
I
sense.
mean, I feel that, but it was like I'd gotten used to driving the Chevy Blazer that I was driving, which had plenty of cup holders, and I was used to your Honda Fit, which also had plenty of cup holders.
It's made of cup holders.
And I got this car, and I didn't even notice it, man. I didn't realize it until the first time I got a drink, and I was like, where do I put this?
Well, like your back seats were hardly big enough to hold a drink.
Yeah.
So it was like,
But no, one time, and I made the horrible mistake. This was back when McDonald's still sold their sweet tea in styrofoam cups, right?
I went into a Bojangles the other day and I said, can I get a Cajun combo with a sweet tea? And they were like, it's extra for the big cup. And I was like, in what America is it extra for the teacup?
Yes.
Which, by the way, British people, in America, the teacup is a large styrofoam cup. Whereas I know where you're from, it is a smaller cup.
Yeah, we call that a coffee mug. Fun fact.
A teacup in America is a gargantuan styrofoam cup because you need to put a lot of ice with your tea.
Cups with the ice, and we do it every night.
Anyway, you were at McDonald's.
So
you got a large tea.
so I'm on the way to the Norva to go to a concert by myself. Nobody wanted to go with me.
I didn't.
I know you didn't.
Doesn't sound like.
Yeah.
What show
This
is
is a
this?
Frank Turner show.
I don't know who that is. I do know who that is.
Yeah,
Everybody calm down.
You named your band after him.
I did name my
But
band after
anyway, so I got a sweet tea, and I stuck it like I was doing at the time in the center console because that was the only option, was to stick drinks in the center console, right? And I had the straw in it, and I went around a turn, and the center console lid closed, right?
Oh no!
Effectively jamming the straw through the bottom of the cup.
Oh no.
And so I didn't realize it. I didn't realize what happened. It was sealed off at that point because there was a straw in the way. I started drinking, didn't get any drink. I pulled the straw up, got a little bit of drink, put the thing back down, and the whole rest of the tea proceeded to leak into my center console, which was, for whatever reason, watertight.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but then I just had a whole, 20 ounces of tea in my center console.
I'm legitimately crying
So
right
what
now.
I did was I stuck my hoodie in it.
Smart move.
And just soaked it all up and was like, you know what? I'll figure it out later. So I was like, I gotta go to this show, man. It's starting right now.
Was it a good show?
It was a good show. It was a good show.
This is a picture of my wife and I right when we got engaged, in case you're curious.
That's super cute. But yeah, so and then I proceeded to bring the damp hoodie, or not damp, the sopping wet, dripping tea hoodie. I don't
know why, but I'm imagining our bacon and eggs hoodie in this situation.
No, it was.
Which, by the way, if you want bacon and eggs merch, we're not selling hoodies right now, but we are selling hats. You can go to Big Cartel. I don't know, the link's in the description, and you can get the hats. They're awesome. We have plenty left. Just buy one now.
So I took my sopping wet hoodie. It was the black and gray salt and pepper one with the white string. The Bieber hoodie. I got it at Zoomies in 2011.
Zoomies. You remember when they had a double-decker couch, only it didn't have the top bunk.
Anyway, I brought the hoodie in. I'm going to finish this story real quick. Brought the hoodie in and brought it into our Rappahannock dorm room and threw it in the washing machine, which proceeded to take 7 hours to wash it.
We had that washing machine.
It was the washer and dryer, and it didn't really do both, or it didn't really do either one effectively.
Yeah, but it was great because we lived close enough to the communal separate washer dryer machine. I would just go there.
Yeah, you paid money to go there.
It was worth it.
Nah, I just took frustratingly long times to dry my clothes.
You had to drain. There's no instructions, but you had to drain the water out of the machine yourself. And the straw was on the bottom of the machine.
So we started just keeping empty Arizona gallon jugs next to it.
And it would hold 6 gallons of water.
This is the most ridiculous thing. It was like a GE high efficiency thing. Washer dryer
was
combo.
Not efficient.
It was not efficient. It may have been energy efficient, but it ran for hours.
And I remember we had we did catering. There was no double decker couches in catering, but our shirts, the material that they were made of, wouldn't press in the dryer that we had, so that when you took them out, they were just made of wrinkles.
Yeah, I had the same problem in port.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Lego Movie. Holy crap. Boy, howdy, do I have an injustice for you.
Do you?
I do.
I have an injustice as well.
Okay. I just thought of injustice, man. So, I don't know where you guys are in the world, but where I am in the world, it's freaking hot.
Yeah?
Yeah, it is. My feels like temperature here today hit 109 degrees.
Ugh.
And, the AC in my office doesn't particularly work when it's hot because I have an office that's essentially just a metal box with a big piece of glass on the front.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, and it's hot. It got up to 89 in my office today.
You know what's crazy? My office is also a metal box with a big piece of glass in the front of it. But does your office say Chevy Impala? Anyway,
No, mine's
does.
a significantly bigger metal box.
Than my Chevy Impala?
Yeah. We could fit 6 times as many people in the office as we have. Easily. It's a big room, but the HVAC doesn't work right. And I'm not complaining. I get it's a thing. It happens. The system just can't keep up with it. But it was really hot in here today. That's my injustice.
Sorry to hear that.
What is your injustice?
My injustice is, you know what really just gets me, Ethan?
The youth.
Not the youth.
Stan
Yeet.
tweeters.
Stan Twitter. My Instagram Explore page is exclusively Tom Holland. Stan pages.
Why?
I have no idea. I think it's because I like Spider-Man a lot. People know this about me. And I like Marvel a lot. And I think Instagram put those things together and was like, hope I like pictures that have these hashtags. Everything is Tom Holland edits, whatever those like poorly edited videos of Tom Holland saying things set to pop music, you know what I'm saying? Oh god.
So what's your injustice though?
My injustice has nothing to do with Stan pages. I could actually deal with that. My injustice has to do with freaking frozen yogurt shops.
Oh my god. Here we go.
I'm so mad about this. You go in there, don't just tell me I can pay by weight and then give me some absurdly low price. Oh, it's $3 an ounce. It's how much does ice cream weigh? A ton, Ethan. Ice cream weighs a ton.
I have never not been shocked by the bill at my frozen yogurt place.
Holy crap. I just spent $12 on ice cream. And then You don't even guide me through the process. You're just like, yeah, man, pick whatever you want. Then I, the idiot, just end up picking stupid flavor combinations. I'm like, oh man, cotton candy and peanut butter. Those things are probably delicious together. I love cotton candy. I love peanut butter. Peanut butter's delicious with everything. I'm gonna love this. You know what's not delicious, Ethan? Cotton candy and peanut butter. But the worst part, Ethan, the worst part is sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I'm just gonna play it safe with the ice cream. I'm just gonna get peanut butter and chocolate. Just Reese's ice cream. How hard could this be? And then I get over to the freaking toppings aisle. And I'm like, toppings don't weigh anything, of course, even though they do. So I just start piling toppings on. And now, you know what's not good with peanut butter and chocolate is freaking gummy worms. This is a terrible flavor combination. And the freaking man behind the counter is making like small talk with me. And he's like, man, don't you love ice cream? Isn't ice cream the best? And I'm like, yeah, man, ice cream's awesome. Meanwhile, I'm like pretending to enjoy this monstrosity of a bowl of ice cream I just paid $13 for. This is absurd, Ethan. I'm so bad.
I'm weeping. I'm deceased. It's so accurate, though. They give you Swedish fish, and no one tells you when you freeze Swedish fish, they become rocks. I ate a whole bowl that was just like, it was just peanut butter and Swedish fish. And it's like, I thought my teeth were breaking.
Oh my god. I didn't think I was ever going to stop. Oh god. I might need a drink of water. I've got this bookshelf in my office now.
What did you just hit?
On my desk.
Because you did that motion. It was like, thump. I was like,
I've got a bookshelf in my office now, which means I have a place to put my geeky tikis, which means I can eat them. Ooh,
You
my
can
dogs
eat
are
them.
barking. What was that noise? Did you hear that noise?
no, but I heard the noise of you saying you could eat your geeky tikis.
I can
Those are
drink.
Those are ceramic. Do not eat them.
You have my Drax tiki.
I do. You're never getting it back.
It'll come to the office one day.
It's my favorite cup. Next to my Yeti.
You have a Yeti. Oh, look at you. Very cool.
You're right.
Cool.
It is very cool because it keeps things very cool. Or very hot if you put freshly out of the pot coffee in it and then close it.
That's the, oh my god, Injustice in America. The freaking, I don't want my coffee to be right out of the hot, right out of the pot hot. I want it to cool down.
I made the mistake one time of making
Cooler
coffee.
technology is too good.
I made the mistake one time of making hot coffee, putting it in my Yeti, bringing it to work, then trying to drink it, thinking, oh, it's been 45 minutes. I'll be fine. Wrong. Burn City, baby. It was still too hot to drink 6 hours later. 6.
Here's my do you not take the lid off?
No, I didn't think to take the friggin' lid off.
If I go to the coffee shop and I get a coffee, I like coffee shops that give you a mug. I'm a big fan of that. That's the kind of service we deserve in America. But if I go to the coffee shop, I get my coffee in the paper cup and I'm like, okay, well, you should have asked if I was going to drink it here because I know I can see the mugs. Okay, but whatever. I take the lid off of the paper mug that doesn't keep it hot at all because I'm worth it, Ethan. I want to enjoy my coffee in a reasonable amount of time.
I want to get the coffee and then be able to drink the coffee.
I want that to happen immediately.
You know what solves that problem? Cold cream.
Iced coffee. Cold cream. I like to drink black coffee, especially if I'm on a business lunch. I like to order a black coffee, like especially in front of somebody that orders like a very complicated coffee. I just like to be like, I'll take my coffee black, please. Because then I feel like it's a power move. It's like, oh
It's
man,
not.
this guy's awesome.
It's not. I promise you that person that knows what they like for their coffee just knows what you're doing and thinks you're an
Well, I mean, it's healthier to drink coffee black, and that's usually why I get it that way. I can take it.
No, but you've become a rampant about black coffee recently.
Because it's the purist's way.
Because you used to be like, I hate black coffee. Black coffee is the devil. You were quoted as saying, I put cream in my coffee because I love myself.
That's a Twitter bio.
And now
right
you're just
there.
Mr. Black Coffee, and I'm like, all right, kid. You can pretend to be cool for the internet, but I remember the old Tyler, and I'm not letting him die that easily.
But I am cool, Ethan. I'm not cool. I'm like the least.
What
cool
in
person.
God's name are we talking about?
The Lego movie. The Lego
Holy
movie. Overpriced
man,
coffee.
I knew this was going to happen. I really did. As soon as we started watching this movie, I was like, I have nothing to say about this movie.
Because it's perfect. I needed to say the point that I said, that Emmet moving independent of anyone touching him is not a problem. It goes to show that a kid is telling the story, and that is important. That matters. That means that the story is going to be messed up. It's like when a 5-year-old tells you her dream. It's like, this is the most absurd series of statements ever. But that's what kids playing with Legos is, Ethan. That's what it's all about.
Those of you who can't see this right now, Tyler has a knife and is just brandishing it in front of the camera.
I pick it up, and Ethan's eyes go from like casually looking at our conversation to like a real like, oh.
It's like I looked down and I was like, he has a knife. I'm not sure why, but he has a knife. Yeah, this movie definitely has a message of just play with your freaking toys.
Do you Ethan, when was the last time you just sat down and played with toys? And video games don't count. Your iPhone obviously doesn't count. I know your answer because you're going to tell me, and I'm going to be dissatisfied because I'm going to expect it to have been much longer ago than yesterday. But when was the last time you played with toys?
What constitutes a toy? He's got the knife again. What constitutes a toy?
Puzzles count.
Do puzzles count? I don't know if this puzzle counts because if I tried to make this puzzle when I was 6, I would have killed somebody.
Well,
this is an adult jigsaw puzzle. This is 1,000-piece.
What is that supposed to mean, Ethan?
It means that
What's that supposed to mean? An adult jigsaw puzzle. It's got some lewd photography on it.
No, that like prior to me being 22, probably I would not have had the patience to just sit there and do this puzzle.
At what point do puzzles go from being like a kid thing to like, I don't have the patience for this, to I have so much patience for this? How does that life? I think that's how life works. You know,
the puzzle.
It's like
the puzzle is a distraction
from the real world.
No, just from like I don't know, intrusive thoughts. You know,
what kind of intrusive thoughts? Lewd intrusive.
No,
thoughts?
just the ramblings of the human mind. Because
so
when I'm doing a puzzle,
when you're doing a puzzle, your mentality is just edge piece.
Yes, I am 100. When I'm doing the puzzle, I am 100% locked in, laser focused on the puzzle because the puzzle is currently beating me.
Like it has defeated me. But then
the problem is,
when you finish the puzzle, it's only the picture on the box.
So I bought this puzzle.
You didn't uncover anything.
I got a Star Wars puzzle at Target for $5, right? And I'm like, man, I've got a card table at home. This is gonna be perfect. I just happen to own a card table. You know what's not big enough for this puzzle?
That card table.
Card table.
That card table was tiny when I lived there. I don't imagine it's grown.
It hasn't, but it's like it's good for playing cards.
Is it? I've never played cards on it.
Yeah, I have. We've sat around and played cards on it. It's perfectly fine. It does the job.
Did you wear a visor?
No, not that kind of cards.
What?
I'm not like playing.
What other kind of cards is
poker?
There? Oh, that's the only kind of cards that matter.
I mean, sure.
You can tell me all about Crazy 8 and War with your friends.
But playing gin rummy. But
if it ain't 5 cards, what's the one where you don't get more cards? 5 cards stiff. 5 card. What's it called? You know.
Yeah, I do.
You know.
Do have a 5-card draw?
No, draw is when you can trade cards in.
Stud?
Stud. 5-card stud. If it ain't 5-card stud, don't call me. You got to know.
Actually, the whole reason I was at Target was to buy playing cards.
Know when to fold.
Actually, weirdly enough.
Know when to walk away.
I'm learning card magic.
No, you're not. Oh, man. Don't
Why?
do that. David Blaine's Street Magic.
I'm not going to be obnoxious about it. It's something I've always wanted to learn. So I'm going to learn a couple magic tricks.
You should learn how to throw cards, like hard enough to kill a man.
I also need good cards for that. So I have good playing cards now, which are much nicer than the playing cards I had been using.
With the playing cards you've been using, I'm trying to remember playing cards. We had fraternity playing
cards,
right?
Yes.
No, we
do?
I like how your possessions are my possessions.
Well, I mean, they were the house's possessions. I stole them from Christian.
I
lifted them from Christian's house and never gave them back.
I have. I just yesterday, there's a filing cabinet right here. I was going through it and I found the coasters we lifted from Christian.
The fraternity coasters? Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I bought playing cards, as I do enjoy playing cards. And yeah, so I bought some of those. And I also found this Star Wars puzzle. But before that, the last time I played with a toy was probably when I built my last Lego set.
What was it?
It was BB-8.
BB-8? Are you about to show me BB-8? The bait?
Oh, he's right here.
Is he craggled?
No, it's right here. His head moves.
That's cool.
No, he is not craggled, but he is very solid.
Yeah? Do you think you can throw him? You think you drop him?
Some stuff would come off if I dropped him, but the main structure would stay intact. He's a pretty solid Lego model. Like, there was a lot of pieces.
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff going on there.
Yeah, I built that. I don't know if that was the last one I bought, actually. I can't remember when I got that one. Because I also got a Lego TIE Fighter for Christmas. Because my mom buys me Legos for Christmas every year.
It's a good thing for a mom to do.
Yeah, ever since I was 6.
You know, I think the last toy I played with was a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, I do those pretty frequently.
But here's my problem with the cube, Ethan. is you and I learned cubing junior year of high
Yeah.
school. Where we could solve it in like under a minute.
Yeah.
We were never speed cubers, but we were good enough that like I could see the move and do it like with my eyes shut, and then I'd look at it for a few seconds and then see the move and do it with my eyes shut, and then
Right.
not for a few minutes, but for a few seconds, and like get reevaluated. But it ruined the cube.
I disagree.
Like I get so bored of it. Like finishing it is always satisfying, but you always have to get somebody to mess it up for you. I can't mess up my own cube.
Oh, I can.
No, I always end up doing the same thing.
Nope, I can mess my own cubes up. Besides, you only
Somebody
need to
wants
get
to
it
just-
to a certain number of moves before you just need to start over. Like, it only
do
has
you
to be a little messed up before you have to start over and do it again.
Right. Yeah. It's only got to be messed up like 4 or 5 times
Right.
before it's like, well, I forgot what I
what
did.
I can't put it back.
So
No, I
we're
mean,
gonna start from
I
scratch.
still have the 5x5, the Professor Cube.
I do own the 5x5. I don't think I can do it.
There's one move I have to look up. Other than that, I know how to do it, but it takes a while. It takes like 45 minutes.
Yeah. And the guy that we learned how to do those on Metacafe.
We did.
I don't even know that that's a site.
I doubt
anymore.
it.
And I'm scared to look it up because I know that when I was learning how to make Rubik's Cubes, there was a bunch of other videos you could watch that were not how to solve a Rubik's Cube and were more like the puzzles Ethan's been buying.
The puzzle is not lewd. It is a picture of the Millennium Falcon.
Okay,
Metacafe
sure,
does appear to still exist, but it's got questionable stuff on it.
Oh, God.
Nothing outright lewd, but also nothing productive.
But yeah, then there was like a renaissance of Rubik's Cubes in our high school. That was a good time.
Yeah, you,
But I have
me, and
Speed
Matt
Cube
Young.
and Richard.
Ricky Webster?
No, the Asian dude.
Who the is Richard?
Played,
Richard Kim?
Played percussion. Richard
Yeah,
Kim.
he's a sneakerhead now,
dude-
like a professional sneakerhead.
Is he
Yeah, he like
really?
resells sneakers.
That's exactly what that dude does.
Yeah.
He's still here in town.
What does David Lascano do?
He's a musician in a band.
Is he? He does that like professionally?
I believe so.
Because he has a lot of
I
money.
don't. He is the piano keyboard in Citizen Shade.
He buys a lot of very expensive clothing.
I think he's also a model.
Probably.
He was at one point. I don't know if he still is.
Well, he appears to have some kind of hookup because he buys a lot of very expensive clothing.
You know, a lot of people are doing these like Stitch Fix boxes. You know what I'm talking about?
There's lots of boxes.
Yeah, those are expensive, man. Those are like $500.
Yeah.
I can't afford that.
Some people have that money. The kind of people that Stitch Fix is looking for have that money.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously. The Lego movie. What do you think of it?
How much time do you think we've spent talking about the Lego movie during this episode?
I think we said what was needed to be said. Okay, this isn't Cinemaholics. This is Bacon and a Movie Lovers podcast.
Why are you whispering? Is this like an ASMR podcast now?
I'm just, I'm just whispering because I need the people to understand that what we're selling is the chemistry between you and me, and not critical film review.
Correct. I think they understand that. I don't think anybody out there is sitting there right now going, wow, this is critically in depth. I love the insight from this podcast.
They probably have some pretty strong feelings about their favorite Friday.
I mean, I could sit here.
Or about me.
I could sit here and read the IMDb trivia and act like I'm cool. The Lego Movie. Lego Movie 2, the second part.
Isn't that such a good
Yeah,
name?
it's like Sharknado 2, the second one.
No, it's like the second part, like a Lego piece.
I know, I get that. That's all I can think of, though, is Sharknado 2, the second one.
Sharknado 2. Sharknado got like an 86% on Rotten
Sharknado
Tomatoes.
6
That's
comes out
insane.
next month.
I'm so
The
proud
last.
now. We've had
It's
this
called The
conversation
Last
before.
Sharknado. It's about damn time.
I mean, it's not though. Like if this took 20 years for 6 of these to come out, that would be one.
I think it's mostly like, hey, let's not make any more of these.
You know what, Tara? We're done.
In order to add more realism to this movie, the Lego bricks have scratches, fading, and even fingerprints to make the movie look like someone was manipulating real bricks in a stop-motion fashion. The bricks are also affected by the locations, with the bricks in the Old West being more dusty and faded from the sunlight.
Oh, that's neat.
That is neat indeed. A lot of time and patience went into the mise en scène of this movie. Mise en scène. Yeah, this movie is just one giant mise.
Yeah, it is. I loved how
There's a lot of details, and every time I see it, I see something different, and I'm like, that was neat. That's just
That was
the
a cool
general
thing they did.
feeling of this movie is that was neat.
I love just
That was neat
you
zero
know, it's-
burrito zero.
neat zero breed zero.
It's Neo burrito, but the O's are zeros.
I get it.
I don't know. Why are you watching something?
Bracelets for summer camp. It looks like we should do an ASMR podcast.
No.
Welcome back to Sleep with Us.
Where Tyler and Ethan talk about nonsense very, very quietly.
We would end up laughing the whole time. That would be the problem.
The
What
trivia
is the first part
can
of
be
this?
seen
Yeah.
wearing a tie-dye t-shirt and light blue jeans underneath his robe.
Yeah. Did you not notice that?
I'm just reading the trivia.
Oh, Well, yeah.
The word
Look
Lego
at Vitruvius.
is never uttered once.
Really?
Yeah, that is true. Because I read that.
Well, do you
I read
know-
that and then listened to it. Listened for it.
Do you know who Vitruvius in history is?
He was some kind of author.
He was commonly known as Vitruvius, was a Roman architect, author, civil engineer, and military engineer during the 1st century BC, known for his multi-volume work entitled De Architectura. He's an architect. That's the thing.
He's a master builder. Oh, got it.
There
got
you
it.
go. They're putting it all together
Yeah.
now.
You ever read The Master Builder by Henrik Ibsen? It's a
No.
play.
Is it good?
No, it's very sad.
Have you ever seen How I Met Your Mother?
I have.
Ted's a master builder.
Yeah, that's where I found out about the play The Master Builder by Henrik Ibsen.
Oh. I mean, I think I just didn't like Robin was the thing.
No, we're not getting on this tangent. Stop it. Stop it.
You were so ready. You were so ready. I could see it in your eyes. You were like, here's the thing. If Victoria never should have been, she was the one for Ted, okay? Sorry, Victoria was the one for Ted.
Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, and Christian Bale at one point were considered to reprise the role of Batman.
That would have been smart. I would have been all about that. That would have been a great way for Clooney to clear his name as Batman.
There's no nipples on Legos.
I mean, there can be. Vitruvius probably has nipples.
Probably not. Maybe when he's a ghost. He probably has ghost nipple.
I love Ghost Vitruvius. You can buy Vitruvius with not a lollipop. You can there's like a Vitruvius toy doesn't have a lollipop. It's got like a green Lego piece.
That's
on top.
weird.
Yeah, I think that's a little unusual. I love President Business's helmet. It's got the like coffee cups on top.
Was there any time you laughed during this movie? Yeah.
Me? I was laughing like the
The
whole
whole
time.
time. You know what was funny?
Yeah.
Was the cats. Right at the beginning when Emmett's like naming off all the cats and they
That
all say
was
meow
funny.
in like the same voice except for
Yeah.
the last one named like Garth or whatever and it goes meow.
I like when Emmet falls into the hole and then like gravity isn't working right and he's just like going up
Yeah.
and down pipes and falling left and right.
And he almost falls into like Happy Land and instead falls into Deadly Spike Land. The whole thing's funny, man. I was laughing constantly.
Yeah, I don't know that there's a scene where I was like, no, that one didn't hit home for me. I love when all the master builders show up and it's like Dumbledore, Gandalf.
Oh, shut up, Dumbledore. I'm Gandalf. Then Dumbledore starts talking and he's just like, I didn't know what was going on.
I love the media portrayals of Dumbledore that aren't Dumbledore. You know what I'm saying? Like
What?
like anytime Dumbledore is portrayed, it's just like, I'm Dumbledore and I'll do whatever I want and I can, 50 points to Dumbledore. Nothing? You never seen anything
No,
like
not
that?
really. I mean, I've seen the comics, but never voiced ones.
Even in
I've seen-
the Harry Potter or in like the Potter Puppet Pals.
Oh yeah, but I definitely have
Dumbledore!
seen the like webcomic that you're talking about, where like Dumbledore doesn't give
whatever I
a fuck
want.
about anything. He's sitting there going 50 points to Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. You can't say Dumbledore. Vitruvius is like, all right, Dumbledore.
Will Arnett is the first Canadian to play Batman. Fun
Really?
fact.
There's a Canadian playing Deadpool right now.
Yes, there is.
Here's the line, Ethan. The only thing anyone needs to be special is to believe that you can be.
What?
That's the line. That's the movie right
Oh,
there.
is that said in the thing? I didn't know that.
Didn't you hear him? The prophecy is made up. I'm not the
So
special.
the problem I have with the IMDb trivia for movies like this that have like an ensemble cast of famous people is that IMDb trivia pinpoints like every moment where one actor was seen in a different movie with the different actor from the movie.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, where it's like, did you know that Channing Tatum and Will Arnett worked together on the B movie?
Right, exactly.
2005.
I was reading that, not to get on a different tangent, I was reading the one, this is the trivia for Ocean's 8, right? Which has a whole scene for like 10 minutes, full of just like famous person cameos. And half the IMDb trivia is like, Meg Ryan and Kim Kardashian worked together on something. Like, neither of them were in that movie.
Did Brad Pitt or George Clooney appear? Or Matt Damon?
No.
Did any of them?
Any of the
The
13? Yeah.
Don
no.
Cheadle? The
No.
twins? Ruben?
Yes.
Ruben.
Two of them. Ruben and Yen.
Yen. But no Caravan. I just think you
I
didn't
probably
catch
didn't catch it.
Or
It's
was it
probably
not
in there.
Because in the
I wasn't
first
listening
one, it's,
for it. Like, I'll be real honest.
And in the first one, it's what Yen is listening
Yeah.
to.
Well, it's what the
It's what the Chinese
yeah.
are.
You should really see it.
Well, maybe I will.
Like
maybe
I think you'd
I
really
will.
enjoy it. I think you will enjoy the parallels.
Para-
Like the scenes that are clearly just reminiscent of the scenes from the first one. Like when they're putting the team together, It's the exact same scene. Yeah.
Really? Do they have like the line between who's the like Rusty character?
Kate Blanchett.
She had the line where she's like, "We need like 2 Hail Marys," and
No, none of that lingo's in there.
oh my god, that was the funniest thing. Well, I love the thing about Ocean's 11 is you have to watch it and listen to the dialogue you think you're not supposed to be hearing.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be hearing, but like the dialogue you think
Oh, it's
doesn't
the same
matter.
way. It's the exact same way. But I caught the thing in this movie, like the turning point. One of
The Prestige?
not the Prestige, the pre-Prestige.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Like there's a trick and then there's a big trick.
Right.
I caught the trick.
Well, in Ocean's 11, there's no way to catch that they're the SWAT
No,
team.
it's the same way in this one.
Okay.
But I caught the way they get the thing out, like allegedly.
Interesting. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, you should really watch it.
I feel like
But
I feel like I'm gonna come out of it and I'm gonna be like, why didn't you tell me it was that good?
I did tell you it was that good. I told you I had no complaints about it. Anyway, so I just want to say this real quick, and this is going off the record because I don't want to just spoil the whole movie for everybody. But it is really funny, and they tell you this in the first 2 minutes, so I'm not ruining anything for you. But Danny's allegedly dead. And she rolls up to his like grave site, right? Like 5 minutes in the movie, into the mausoleum where he's buried, and just looks at it and goes, "I really hope you're in there." And then later on, somebody says something about her brother, and she just goes, like, "Oh, it's a shame your brother's dead. Are you sure he's dead?" And she goes, "No,
No, I'm not.
just no." And it ends. I was like, "Oh, there's totally," because they totally set it up for them to make a big one. Ocean's,
Right. Okay, now it's Ocean's 21.
or whatever, yeah.
22. Ocean's 21 with Channing Tatum.
No, because they added more than 8 that they would have. This is the same one, the same thing with Ocean's 11. It's like they introduced what would be the recurring character past the 8,
Right.
but it was really good. Anyway, back to the Lego Movie that I think I've said for the 12th time during this episode.
I know. Well, I think this is some of the best podcasting we've ever done.
I did cry laughing at one point. Do you have anything else to say about the movie? We've reached that hour and a half mark. We can go ahead and start wrapping up and just kind of call it a little shorter one.
I don't like. Here's the thing. I think Will Ferrell is brilliant. Like I think there's a lot to be said about the voice acting in this movie, but Will Ferrell is so
Will Ferrell playing the like angry dad,
and it's so, like he does a lot of roles like Step Brothers and Talladega Nights, and I think he's brilliant at those. But Stranger Than Fiction and Lego Movie, I think, are where he really shines. Where he gets to kind of do like an off-kilter serious role. Because this is like a comedy. Like, I'm laughing the whole friggin' time, but he plays a serious character.
for sure.
Right? And I just like...
So my girlfriend refuses to watch this movie on the principle that she hates Will Ferrell.
She's missing
And she just
out.
refuses to like Will Ferrell. She even saw Stranger Than Fiction. I made her watch it, and she was just like, I don't know, I feel like it would have been better with a regular serious actor.
But he bought her
And
flowers.
I'm like, it would not have been better with a serious actor. She was like, yeah, I mean, they could have gotten like Matt Damon. And I was like, are you kidding me?
No, Matt Damon would have ruined that.
The only other person that could have done that movie is Vince Vaughn.
You think Vince Vaughn could have been Stranger Than Fiction? Harold Crick?
The only other person.
I'll have to think about this. I
Maybe
would've
like
cast Sam Jones.
Luke Wilson.
Or Owen Wilson.
Absolutely not.
He would have been like, wow.
I really don't like Owen Wilson.
Wow, somebody's narrating my life. Wow.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I saw it.
Harold
I think we both really enjoyed this movie.
I did. I think we can rank it. I think you're not gonna like where I rank it.
I mean,
I get the feeling that you liked it, but you didn't like it as much as I did.
let me get the list open and then we can talk. Do you want to do a media check-in or anything?
As far as media goes, I don't remember what I said last time, as always, but I do know that I have been reading the entire Harry Potter series in preparation for what is coming up. I actually do want to make a Bacon and Eggs announcement. After Ant-Man and the Wasp next week, we are diving into the Harry Potter film series. That's Harry Potter titled movies 1 through 8. But what we're doing is we're splitting them into 2 parts. So, and we have guests confirmed for 3 of the 4 2-part episodes. So for stories 1 and 2, so Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets, we'll be joined by Jordan Balky, the new community manager, Jane of all trades for Super Carlin Brothers. Super awesome Jordan. For Prisoner of Azkaban and Goblet of Fire, we'll be joined by Watso Videos, Isaac. What's Isaac's last name? Isaac's last name? Isaac Carlson. 5 and 6, we do not have a confirmed guest yet. If there's anybody you'd really love to hear us interview or talk to about Harry Potter, feel free to shoot us an email or comment on the Facebook group or send us something on Discord, whatever. Get in touch with us or somebody you want us to reach out to. We've got a few feelers out there, but nothing set in stone. And then for episodes 7 and 8, and this is a big announcement, we will be sitting down with Anna Brisbane or Brizzy Voices to talk about the Deathly Hallows. So that's exciting news. So in preparation of all of that, I've been reading the Harry Potter series, and it has been the most enjoyable read of the Harry Potter series I think I've ever had. That's my media.
Fair
check.
enough. I'm excited for you. I just finished reading the Harry Potter series. Yeah.
Yeah? I'm on 5 right now.
I finished 7 a couple weeks ago, and I've been struggling to find something else to do since then.
We're reading Turtles All the Way Down.
I know. I need to do that.
It's a quick read. You can probably knock it out in 2 days.
I don't want to knock it out in 2 days. I want to knock it out in the allotted time frame.
Interesting. Are you actually going to do like the book club
I'm going to try
schedule?
to, yeah.
Interesting.
I am.
Turtles All the Way Down I've said this to many people, but I'll say it again, and I've said this to you probably 100 times. It's a tough read. It'll take you 2 or 3 tries to get into it. But once I did get into it, I read it twice in 2 days, and I think it's an important book for young adults to be reading, or for anybody to be reading, but for the intended audience to get their hands on.
Well, fair enough. So you want to start wrap up?
Yeah, let's. I think I definitely know what this is for breakfast.
Okay. Do we want to do a villain ranking?
I think President Business is a good villain, but he turns.
Yeah, to some extent.
No, they play together in the end.
Well, that's the dad. President Business doesn't turn.
I'm pretty sure President Business turns.
He's a good villain.
And
He's a good
talks
villain.
to him.
I enjoyed him.
I do like him.
He represents
he represents
the idea that like you gotta. Because he represents the ideas that like people are afraid to touch their parents' stuff, and like his dad has all these toys that he's not allowed to play with.
Yeah, and
that's a tough thing.
Say ages 4 to 12 or whatever.
And I know that I'm gonna be that dad and be like, "Can you not mess with my Star Wars Lego collection? I bought you all these Legos. Do whatever you want with them, but can you leave the ones that are up on the 8-foot tall shelf in my study alone, please?"
I know. I'm curious about that as we grow older. We didn't start collecting toys. Right now, I feel like we have a pretty minimal collection of toys, but when I look at like Ben and Jonathan's toy collection, how's that going to affect their children?
Kids are gonna want to come to the set and be like, "Can I play with all the stuff that just sits on the couch and never gets loved?"
Right. Like, are they gonna say yes? Are they gonna say no?
No, you can ask Luke in a couple of years.
We'll find out. Yeah, I'll ask Luke when he starts talking. We're like, "Hey man, what do you think of that Captain America shield? It's pretty freaking sweet." Let's rank this movie. Is it better than Deadpool 2?
Yeah. Are you starting that low with it?
No. Is it better than Solo?
Yeah. But like, I love it in the same kind of way that I loved Solo.
It's not. Here's the thing. I think this movie's gonna last a lot longer than a lot of these movies in our top bracket. I think it's gonna have a better chance at timelessness than. Actually, a lot of these are really good.
I was gonna say our top, except for Baby Driver, are like Infinity War. Our top movies are all old.
I was looking at 1 through 17. I'm coming back around on Black Panther. I don't know if you heard.
I have not, but I'm not either.
I was down, but now it's rising again.
Why?
Well, I think it is really important, and that does make it better.
Yeah, but it's just like kind of a boring movie.
Yeah, but I love what's come from it.
Which is what?
Just like all the culture around it.
I mean, it's cool. I don't know where to put this thing, man. Where do you think?
Do you like Emmet better than Star-Lord?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think it's better than Scott Pilgrim?
No. Objectively,
So how about
yes.
Right below Scott Pilgrim.
I can live with that, and that's a lot less high than I thought you were gonna put it.
Well, I thought I was gonna want to put it higher, but then I saw the list, and like I could probably put it as high as below Thor Ragnarok.
I mean, I think you're going to come over time to realize that you might be overrating some of these Marvel movies.
Well, I think I would switch Black Panther and Spider-Man, and then switch Black Panther and Civil War, if that makes sense.
No. You'd put Spider-Man, Iron Man, Civil War, Black Panther?
Yeah.
Black Panther's better than Civil War.
Okay.
I'll
take that.
I'm not moving those, but
we're not switching them now. But yeah, I'd put this right below Scott Pilgrim.
I can live with that. I like this better than Back to the Future.
Interesting.
Sorry, just saying.
You got to be that guy.
As long as it keeps sitting there, I'm always going to be that guy. It's just sitting right there being like...
I feel bad. There's only one comment on this whole post, and it's Bae, and she just says, as long as Ragnarok is top Marvel movie, I'm
Ragnarok
happy.
is top Marvel movie. It's better than Infinity War. It is. It just is. Infinity War is so overrated on this list.
Infinity War is so adequately rated. It was so incredibly good.
I just had no desire to watch it again at all.
I have every bit of desire to watch it.
Don't get it. Why?
It was really good.
Like, what was exceptional about it, though?
The turn.
Okay. It was like a pretty incohesive movie up till that point.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was well done.
I don't know. I didn't dislike it, but it's not second best movie all time.
We haven't reviewed the best movies of all time.
Second on our list, which is a travesty.
Well, anyway, what is after that ranking? Is
breakfast
there anything
food.
Else? Breakfast food. It's croissant.
Yeah, it's croissant. I love croissants.
It's light. It's flaky.
I love shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear.
Whatever you want it to be. You can put whatever you want on it. Croissant.
We had a lot of comments from last week about our shorts discussion.
People are all about the short. We also did the AMA. That was fun.
Did.
People listened to it too.
Ask us questions. We'll do another one.
That was fun. We'll do one of those a month if you want.
I think we got to do our other brunches first. we got to make time to do those brunches.
That's true. We do. What you think about?
I don't know. Waiting on you.
Oh, and what am I doing next?
Signing off.
Oh. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this week's episode of Bacon and Eggs, a movie lovers podcast. As always, I'm Tyler Carlin. That's Ethan Edgehill. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at AmeriCarlin. It's America RLIN, or Ethan at WowNow. The O's are zeros. Or you can follow the podcast on Twitter at BaconandEggs23. Our artwork is done by Vaishon Brandon. You can find him at graphite.vmb on Instagram. He is incredibly good, and I recommend, if you like looking at art on your Instagram feed at all, to follow him, because he's always posting something super duper cool. If you love the show and you want to support us, you can do so over at patreon.com/baconandeggs. But if you don't want to make a long-term commitment, that's totally fine. If you still want to support the show, we definitely recommend you join the Facebook group. Or if you've wanted to wear Bacon and Eggs, we are selling merch. The link is in the description. We have hats available right now. They are sweet. I love mine. I literally wear it.
I can't wait to wear mine.
Yeah, it must be nice to not have one. Wait, no, that's backwards. It must suck.
It does
to not have
suck.
one. That's what I meant. Yeah, it must suck being you.
It's not easy being me or green.
Easy being breezy.
Easy, breezy, beautiful.
Breezy.
Ethan. Is that all we say? Are you done with that?
I think so. What else do I say? Don't ever go to a froyo place. You're going to just disappoint yourself.
Fair enough. Well, on that note, I've been Ethan Etchell. He's been Tyler Carlin, and we've been Bacon and Eggs. Thank you for listening, and until next week, arrivederci.
All of this is true because it rhymes.